What's up, guys? Overflow on Black Ops 2, but it might be too late. Sorry, the door's closed. It might just be too late. That phrase, it might be too late, or it is too late, or whatever, often relates to when someone or something is trying to do right in the eyes of whoever, but they've messed up too many times before. And when you've messed up that many times, eventually, even no matter how good you're trying to do or whatever, they go, you know what? Enough's enough. When a woman's fed up, R. Kelly, we're not dealing with this shit. So, my official statement, opinion is, except for the connection, Black Ops 2 is actually a very, very, very good game. It is the second best Call of Duty game behind Call of Duty 4. And that's just the cold hard facts. I'm sorry. Actually, I shouldn't say it's the facts. That's just my cold hard opinion. But a lot of people never gave this game a chance. You know why? Because, eventually you just have to stop giving chances, I don't know if you guys have ever had friends that are drug abusers, but it's a frustrating thing because you're like, oh, you're my friend, but I really don't like you when you're on drugs, and we'll give you another shot. And then if you give them another shot, then that person might be clean or whatever, but then the person will start using drugs again. I know it's a sad thing and this and that, but at some point you reach a point where you're just like, dude, I'm tired. I'm tired of dealing with that, And, it's too late. Even if that person does get clean and they're completely done, you're almost just like, dude, I can't deal with it anymore, bro. I'm gonna use the game of Call of Duty as an example. Like I said before, Call of Duty 4 was a great game. All the other games after that, we've all been kind of chasing this dragon high that we once got, or whatever, where we want them to be good games, but they're not. They're just remakes. If you guys have ever seen the Saw series, the movie Saw, right? Saw 1 blew your fucking mind. I've seen all the Saws, but I don't really remember them because it's just it was cool. I don't know. I think I remember it being cool, but it wasn't really that great. So Call of Duty as a whole was awesome during COD 4, and it's been shit ever since then. So since it's been so bad, every year, and a lot of people go, well, Blade, if it's shit, why do you play the game? It's just because it's the best first-person shooter currently, you know what I mean? But there's just, 60 frames a second, and you kind of have to play the game. I know it's going to sound weird at first, but you kind of have to play the game that everyone else is playing to ensure that there's people to play against. I need to have people to stab. I need fresh stab victims. I'm like a fiend. I'm on a lifeline. Be like, give me fresh noobs. I need it right in my vein. But I think that a lot of people aren't playing Black Ops 2 because all the other Call of Duties were not very good or not very enjoyable or whatever. And it's just because it's just too late. The movie Carlito's Way, right? Brigante, Charlie Brigante. I think that's Brigante. And I do not know why, but I don't know why I just looked at that tag and said, nah, I don't want that one. Anyways, Charlie, he gets out of prison and he wants to do right. He wants to basically, he's just like, okay, I fucked up a lot of times in the past. I'm ready to do the right thing, take the high road, be the better person. But what happens is that whenever you try to do right, whenever you try to do well, so many people will bring up your past or your negativity or anything negative. It's not even bringing up negative, it's just they're just being realists. They're like, dude, you fucked up so many times in the past. How can we take you seriously? And that makes that road to try to be better harder. See what I'm saying? And it becomes more discouraging. So I think that if someone does mess up, like the Call of Duty franchise have been messing up since Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3, you know what I mean? Since they messed up so many times with that, a lot of fans or viewers aren't willing to listen to them I'll get better, I will, we've all had friends or family members that say that they're going to do something or they're going to change, and they don't. What I want you to consider, though, is there's there is this small percentage of people, and they have that sad story where they actually do want to change. And because the majority of people expect them not to change, or want them not to change, or think the worst, or think that it's just all lip service or whatever, this doesn't happen too often. More often, doesn't happen at all. But think about that. Think about the people that have screwed up, that have done wrong, and they really, really do, in their heart of hearts, want to change. In the movie Menace to Society, right? At one point, when you watch that movie, it's kind of interesting. It's a character study. When you watch that movie, you realize that the main character, you don't hate him. You don't dislike him. He's just a guy dealing with his predicament, his circumstance. And as he's dealing with that, his Lorenz Tate's character is basically so bad or whatever that it's supposed to make the other guy look good. For the most part, there's nothing really evil or bad about this guy. He just does what he does. And then, his grandfather asks him, hey, do you care if you live or die? At that point, he was kind of confused. But then, spoiler alert, I'll give you ample time for spoiler alert because I talked about that in the spoiler alert media video. He clicked off? Cool. As he's dying, he goes, my grandpa asked me if I cared if I lived or died, and he's like, yeah, I do. But now it's fucking too late. And then he passes. I'm going to try to make sure that I'm not saying, oh my God, it's too late. Peace and buckeries.